What is going on, guys, and welcome to our first ever episode for MLB The Show 22 Online Rated. Yes, I brought MLB The Show 21 to the channel when 21 was still current and present, but now MLB The Show 22 came out and I decided to pick the game up because I liked MLB The Show 21 and I played a good amount of games, even though not like the other guys who really play baseball or really know about baseball, but I felt like I put in a good amount of time into MLB The Show 21 considering that it was its first year on the Xbox consoles. And so now, second year, MLB The Show 22, and this is my first online rated match. I'm going with the Baltimore Orioles, and I'm going up against the Los Angeles Angels. So I'm going to be seeing that team a lot. And I picked the Orioles because I got a request from Alex Starr to play, I got a request from One Star War 33 to play with the Orioles. He told me that John Means is a nasty pitcher, and so definitely we're gonna see what this John Means guy is about. Can he pitch? Can the Baltimore Orioles as a team hit? And can we get the victory for our first ever online rated game? So, like I said, Orioles versus Los Angeles Angels, or I should have just said Orioles versus Angels, but you get the point. So, this is a guy we have to watch out for, Shohei Ohtani, and we are able to get him to a 2-2 count. Now one pitch away from striking out the leading batter. That one inside sweeping curve, and that is the first out at the top of the first inning. So, like I said, I did enjoy playing MLB The Show 21. I mainly played with the Marlins, but in this year, MLB The Show 22, I want to start playing with different teams. So if you guys have any requests or anything like that to play with teams, I'm going to play with them, man. I have no restrictions. It's just that in MLB The Show 21, that was the first time it was on Xbox, and I haven't played with the Marlins in forever, so I just really kept with them. But the Marlins they were a bit of a frustrating team to play with, because they couldn't really hit the ball. And every time I had a matchup, I was going up against the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Dodgers, teams like that who could really hit the ball. So it was kind of a struggle and a bit frustrating to play against those teams when my team couldn't even hit like that. So you know what? I'm not going to hold myself to any restriction. We're going to pick some of the best teams in the game, and we're going to play with some of the worst teams in the game. And like I said, I want to bring a lot more baseball to the channel. Like, I know baseball enough to play the game and to watch the game and understand what's going on. But if you guys have any tips for me, let me know, man. This is my second year in a row playing a baseball game, so I'm kind of excited. So back onto the game now, full count, bottom of the first. That one is jammed up inside on me, and I ground that one to the first baseman, and that is the first out in the bottom of the first. So Ryan Mountcastle up to bat, left-handed hitter. I need to try and get on base here. Now, I noticed that the Orioles, they had like a 52 and 111 record. I did not know they were that bad, but you know what? It doesn't matter to me. It really comes down to the pitching and can we pull out a few clutch hits. Now, I haven't watched the Angels play in real life, but I know Shohei Ohtani. This guy is like on every highlight reel when it comes to baseball. Like I know he had a pretty amazing season last year. And so we just got to see how he does. So, bottom of the first, as I said earlier, 1-1 pitch, 100-mile fastball. That one is going to be tough to hit. 1-2 pitch, 2 outs. Anthony Santander looks at that pitch for a ball. So, I have to be a little bit patient. I can't swing at everything. I got to have a good eye. And my opponent, in the early stages of the game, he did a good job of making me swing outside the zone. But once I got back into that groove of playing MLB, or of recognizing what pitches were coming in, recognizing my opponent's test, or determining my opponent's tendencies, I got a little bit more comfortable with the game. So, moving on to the top of the third, still 0-0 with no outs, and it's a 2-2 pitch to Joe Adell. John Means has done a fantastic job so far pitching, and that is going to be fouled off, and we're back to 2-2. Joe Adell looking for the 2-2 pitch. Let's see if he can get a hit here. Means underway with the throw, and that is a strike Nice little slider, a bit of an off speed to get my opponent swinging earlier than he wanted to after I threw that fast ball. So means he gives up a hit here. That one is sent to middle field, drops in between the shortstop and the center fielder, excuse me. And he has his first hit. So man on base, 1 out, 2-2 count. David Fletcher is up to bat, and that one is going to be another strike for John Means. So he's looking pretty good. Although we gave up a hit, we're back to Shohei Ohtani now. That one right outside the zone, bottom right side of that box there. I don't want to pitch to Ohtani, so I'm trying to play with the edge of the zone, and I'm trying to get him jammed up or just hit a foul ball. So Ohtani taking the 2-2 pitch, and that one is another strike, 93-mile-per-hour fastball, and we are heading to the bottom of the third. Well, actually, let's skip onwards to the top of the fourth, where we're back pitching again with John Means. The Baltimore Orioles have not been hitting that good in the early stages of the game. Like I said, I have to get a little bit comfortable because the last time I played MLB The Show 21 was probably close to about 3 weeks to a month. So my timing is off. And with this game, it's not like with any other sports game. With MLB, man, you got to have your time and you got to recognize the pitches and everything. And look at it here. We give up a home run. Oh my goodness, man. I did not want to put the ball in the middle of the plate, and we do that there, and Walsh just crushes it to the right side of the field, giving the Los Angeles Angels a 1-0 lead over the Baltimore Orioles. So now I just have to try and recover, and John Means, you know, his confidence is going to be a little bit shaky. And I noticed in this year, MLB The Show 22, that confidence really plays a part. I don't know if it was because of the difficulty we were playing on, but it seems that after my opponent got a hit or he had a home run, that my pitchers were really affected by it. And in last year MLB The Show 22, it wasn't necessarily the case, but in this year I kind of like it because it would make sense, right? Or maybe that's just me playing with the Baltimore Orioles, and they're greatly affected by hits and home runs. So bottom of the fourth, I'm still looking for my first hit, man. 2 outs, 1-1 pitch. Noah Syndergaard's pitching today for the Los Angeles Angels, and here we go. That pitch is sent to me, and I send that one to right field, almost for a home run. Stops right before the fence, and we're able to get a extra base. Not the fastest guy running there at bat, but you know, we made our way to second base. So Trey Mancini looks at that one for a ball. 3-1 pitch underway. Noah, that one gets sent to right field again, and I might be able to get in with a guy, and we are definitely going to tie this game up, and we are looking pretty good. So my opponent, he was hitting, and now I'm hitting. Now I just got to find my groove. Austin Hayes, middle field, center field. That one is traveling back. More so look like a pop-up, and my opponent, he's not there. I don't know what happened, and I'm gonna take advantage of that. I'm gonna make my way to third and second base, or to second and third base, I should say. So now, man on second and third, 1-1 pitch. That one's in the dirt. We return to bases. So 2-1 pitch. Noah Syndergaard, 49 pitches through the bottom of the fourth. Now 3-1. I looked at that changed up, seen it was going low and out the zone. I have the advantage, and that one gets jammed up on me, but we're able to get a hit, and we got another guy sent home, and I make this foolish mistake of like sending an extra run into home plate, and I get tagged for the out when I should have just returned them, and that's going to be the end of the inning. So now it's 2-1, and we have the lead. And at this point in the game, I have to think about putting in another pitcher. Now, I never played with the Orioles, so I don't know how long John Means could go, but I don't want to risk anything, especially when we have to go up against Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout. Those guys, I know they can hit the ball pretty well. So, David Fletcher up to bat. I know Ohtani is up next. We're at the top of the sixth now. 1-2, no outs. Fletcher receiving the 1-2 pitch. I'm gonna try and put this one up in the zone right side, and that one is hit over to Hayes in left field, and we're able to make the out. So Hayes, Hayes had himself a game in outfielding, man. He was all over the place. So now we're going back to Shohei Ohtani, and you can see that John Means, I have to take him out, you know. He's done an amazing job pitching so far, but let's bring in someone who has more energy and could probably throw faster balls than John Means when he's tired. So we bring in Paul Fry, and Fry looks good to start off. And this is going up against Shohei Ohtani. You know, this guy, he is the MLB cover athlete. Means again, low and away, change up, right side of the zone. Now we're going back up high. Paul Fry, bad location there. Ohtani could have crushed that one, but he did not. So 0-2 pitch, 1 out. Here it is, and that one. I thought he swung at that one, but the umpire said no. And so now it's 1-2. Ohtani looks at that one again. Good recognition from my opponent to lay off that one. 2-2 pitch on the way, 1 out, 5 pitches for Paul Fry. And Ohtani, he wants to, I know my opponent wants to swing at those, but he's done a good job. So full count. Paul Fry struggling to put out Ohtani, and that one is fouled off. Good location there. So not too bad from Paul Fry early on in his first at bat. So again, Paul Fry, bad location, and we already know the story for that one. Shohei Ohtani goes deep, and he's gonna tie this thing up, man. That's one thing I did not want to do. I was contemplating walking Ohtani, but I just had too much pride and didn't walk him. So Mike Trout, oh man, he sends this one deep to left field, and now he's taking the lead. I can't catch a break, and Paul Fry, his confidence was just shaky. Look at his confidence. He has none at all. I can't even see the accuracy bar in when he's pitching, but fortunately enough, top of the 6th, we get a double play, and that is going to be it. So now I can't even pitch with Paul Fry because his confidence has just plummeted all the way to hell, man. Like, and so I have to look for another option at pitching. So back onto the offense for us now. 3-2, bottom of the 6th, 1 out, and that one is sent right back up the middle. And we had a man on base earlier from a walk, and now we have 2 guys on base now. So man at first, man at second. Let's see what we get with Austin Hayes. That one is chopped up infield, and that is a double play for my opponent, and that is going to be the end of the 6th inning. So man, this is a close game. It's a battle of the pitchers, but there's some offense mixed in between. So we're bringing in Dylan Tate here. And Dylan Tate had himself a decent first inning, but I didn't really like the situation I got into. Man at the corners, and my opponent made a mistake here of trying to steal too much, and he just found himself off plate at third base, and we were able to tag him out. So top of the 8th, Angels hitting the ball now. Let's see what happens here. 2 outs, 0-1 pitch. Mike Trout already has a home run. We have brought in Cole Soser. So we're going through this pitching lineup like crazy, man. I'm just trying to find the right guy so that way I don't give any more runs. And it's really on me to try and hit the ball and win this game, right? So 1-2 pitch, 2 outs. My opponent looks at that slider for a ball. Good recognition again. And I could tell this guy, he wasn't no novice MLB player. It seems like he played some MLB The Show 21 last year and decided to pick the game up this year. So, nice pitch there from Cole Soser, and that is the end of the top of the 8th, excuse me. So now, bottom of the 8th, we need to get something going, man. You can see this is a pitching game right here. We haven't really hit the ball that good, but again, Ryan Mountcastle sends that one back up the middle, and we had another man on base. So 2 guys on base, 2 outs, and up to the plate is Trey Mancini. First pitch underway, and that is going to be a routine out for Trey. I think we had good contact on it, a little bit underneath the bat, so I can see why that one got chopped up, and we had good timing on it, but you know, got chopped up and sent to first base. And now we are on to the bottom of the ninth where I need to pull something out. 0-2 pitch. I watched that slider go way out for a ball. So now 1-2. I need to try and tie this game up. Austin Hayes again. That pitch way outside the zone. I can recognize that easily. 2-2 now. Outside the zone again. My opponent like throwing these balls outside the zone. And I was fine with that. Hayes, fastball, high outside, just outside the zone, not able to hit it. Foul. That one, Hayes sent to right to his pitcher, Raciel Iglesias, and that is the first out of the bottom of the ninth. So now I bring in pinch hitter Ruben Odor. I heard his name before and I said, okay, I know this guy can hit. So let's see what he does here. Two-seam fastball, low and outside the zone. 1-0 pitch, 1 out so far. That pitch, slider, caught me off guard, and I don't know what happened to my PCI there because I aimed the ball, I aimed the PCI right in the middle, but they said I didn't. So maybe I need to turn that back on. 1-2 pitch, Odor is going to strike out. Good pitch for my opponent, and now there are 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. And let's see what happens for Jorge Mateo. First pitch, 4-seam fastball. Could have crushed that one, had good timing on it, but not in the right location. Mateo gets jammed up, fouls it to right side of the field, and that's a routine out. And that's how baseball ends sometimes. It's just a close game and it ends undramatically. And so we end up losing this one. The Orioles, not a bad team to play with. I mean, I would play with them again, but if you guys have requests or teams you want me to play with, I'll definitely give it a try, man. But like I said, I'm going to bring a lot more MLB The Show 22 on this channel, and I really do like the game this year. From the first game I played, I like the commentators, the regional commentators and everything, and it's minor improvements, but you know, it makes the game a lot more enjoyable for me. So I appreciate you guys watching the video. If you watched it all the way to the end, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.